I kicked Hop out of the squad. So, basically because Hop's from Galar. So is Marnie. Go, Chloe, and Christian are all from Kanto. But Christian could be from the Kalos region. Christian's region is actually unknown. So Christian goes home. When he's there, they get signed up for the gym challenge, blah blah blah, then they head to their Badoo thing. Then the next day they get their gym outfits on, they get their gym challenge outfits on, and head straight to the stadium. Blah blah blah. But then Christian gets a message on his Rotom phone. He goes, but I can't use my phone right now. Then it says, okay. He looks at it saying, maybe a quick peek. I know when I just get something. When Christian pulls out his phone, Go says, you can't be on that. He says, I know that, but someone just texted me, and I need to know. I just got him a notification. He says, it might be something important. As he looks, as he's about to peek, but they just say, Christian, please put away your phone. And he just gets nervous, because everyone just starts laughing as he's using his phone. As he gets a wave of nervousness, and then puts his phone away. As he announces the gym challenge, blah blah blah. As they walk out, Christian finds out that that a package was delivered for him, and there's a man in a green shirt waiting for you, and a orange and blue shirt waiting for you at the Pokemon Center in Motostoke City. In Motostoke, Christian says, guys, I gotta go. I got a package. As he runs to the Pokemon Center and picks up a Pokeball from the guy. He gives him a Pokeball and he says, what's in it? He says, a special Froakie. As he goes, no! And throws out a Froakie. He says, it just looks like a normal Froakie. He goes, oh no, it's different. You'll see. He goes, okay. And he says, well, welcome to my team, Froakie. He goes, Froakie. Christian says, oh yeah, let me name Christian what he got from the wild area. He got himself a Rookidee, and that's it. That's all I got. He got himself a nice Rookidee. Go, on the other hand, has a Trapinch. He's actually got a reboot now. Chloe didn't really want anything. She just picked up her own. She just still has a Reavie in her Yamper. I think she would have picked up a Dreadnought. She picked up a Dreadnought on the way as well, because she kind of needed. Because she likes turtles, and turtles are pretty cool. Also, I like turtles. I had a Dreadnought on my original team. I think she would have gotten a Noibat, because Noibats are pretty common. So she would have had a Noibat. Well, Christian and Go would not really care what they get. Christian didn't actually get anything besides a Rookidee. And Go got a Trapinch and a... That's all he got, actually. All he got was a Trapinch, damn it. So, Go now has 2 Pokemon. Christian's got 3 and Chloe's got 3. Chloe only uses these Pokemon to help her. She also loves them with her full heart. She's not going to participate in the gym challenge, she was watching. They head to their first place, which is Turffield. Then they meet up with Hop and Marnie and Hop say that they're going to go on their adventure now. Christian smiles, saying, alright guys, bye! As they head off on their adventure. But Hop says that, Christian, I want a quick battle. And Marnie says that she challenges Go to a battle. And Go accepts. Let's go for Go and Marnie's fight first. Go would instantly send out Reboot. And she'd send out Scrafty. Scraggy. Go would say, a Scraggy? As he does, he says, what's that Pokemon? As he does this Pokemon thing, he says, Scraggy, the whatever Pokemon, because I don't know its Dex entry. He says, Reboot, double kick! As Reboot would appear right behind him and double kick him twice. Just going boom, boom. Which would not knock him out, but it would do that would do a lot. She'd say, Swagger! Now he doesn't know what this move is. Reboot's attack is boosted up. But then it's confused. He goes, but. He says, what, Reboot, what's going on? Christian yells, he's confused. He says, come on, Reboot, don't be confused. As Reboot's being hit constantly with arm thrusts, going, yeah. Reboot's about to be defeated, but then he says, Reboot! As Go finally gets to Reboot, as it front flips, and he says, it got out of the confusion. Flame charge! As a flame charge one-shots the Scrafty and defeats it. Christian smiles, saying that's awesome! Go, you really did it! He goes, she says, now time for my Morpeko! As she throws out her Morpeko, and he says, okay, here it goes. He says, Reboot! Double kick! And with one double kick, KOs him. KOs the Morpeko. She goes, one shot and you defeated Morpeko? He says, you shouldn't have done the swagger move on me. Reboot just got its attack up. You just boosted Reboot's attack, which made double kick way more potent, and so did flame charge. Christian says, alright Hop, get ready for our battle! As he says, let's go! Froakie! As he throws out Froakie. Froakie goes, Froakie! He says, where did you get a Froakie? Christian smiles, saying, I have my ways. Then it starts, and then he throws out. Hop says, now go my specialty, Wooloo! As he throws out Wooloo. Christian says, alright, here it goes. He says, Froakie, double team! He actually says, Froakie, Kagabushi! As a lot of Froakie clones come at him, and he says, alright, Froakie, use Cut! As Cut would instantly cut it right up. Would start cutting him up, going, as he says, good job! Then Hop says, Wooloo, are you okay? Rudy goes, Woo! Then he says, alright, Wooloo, use Defense Curl! As Defense Curl boosts defense, and Christian says, Chase, stop! You always work at the worst times. I'll be right back. Shut up. Alright, so, with this, he'd easily, then he'd say, Wooloo! Get in the first attack, because he says, Wooloo, quick attack! Quick attack would clash with Froakie, as he would knock him back. He says, Frow! Then Christian says, alright, Froakie, bubble! As it would clap and defeat, because he would finally defeat him. Hop says, how? I boosted its defense! He goes, you boosted its defense, not special defense. There's two, Chloe says, defense. He says, special defense. It's one of the 5 stats of a Pokemon. I mean, one of the 6 stats of a Pokemon. There's speed. First there's attack. Attack is more physical attacks, like quick attack. And like tackle, scratch, and pound. Then there's special attacks. Like bubble, like Froakie's bubble, Reboot's Ember, and much more. Then we have defense. Defense is what protects you from physical attacks. And physical and special attacks. Special attacks are increased by special attack bonuses. Like, we're not going to explain it because, we don't have a lot of time. Chase! Stop! You always come out here at the stupidest times just to start barking. Get in there and I'm going to lock you in there soon. Shut up! God, my dog does not. Alright, so let's get back into this. No! As he'd start to Chase! No! Oh my god, my dog is so annoying. He always finds a reason to bark at me. Or bark at all. Alright, so with this, he'd yell. Then he'd say, Grookey, let's go! As he throws out Grookey. He says, alright, Grookey, use Hydro Pump! I'm kidding. He says, Grookey, branch poke! And this would hit. Froakie would actually, but then it appears that Froakie actually clashed with its cut, going, Froakie! As he blasts it back. But then Grookey appears behind him with its monkey skills, and then he says, branch poke! As it pokes him right in the back as he goes, Froakie! I do somewhat of a good Froakie impression. I do the best Charmander impression ever. Charmander! Charmander! I love doing the Charmander impression. Sadly, Christian doesn't have any fire types, so he has no counters against this thing. But then with that, Grookey's branch poke actually defeated Froakie. He says, return, Froakie! As he puts Froakie in his pocket, like his Pokeball, and says, let's go, Marshadow! As he throws out Marshadow. He says, alright, Marshadow, use Shadow Punch! One Shadow Punch knocks back Grookey so far. He says, Grookey, tackle! And it just goes right through. He says, sorry, Hop, but normal type effects don't really do anything. He says, okay, branch poke! It would hit him, but it would barely do it. He says, not very effective. He says, alright, jump kick! And with one jump kick, one-shots Grookey. And that defeats him, and Hop sends out his final Pokemon, Rookity. Christian says, I'm at a bit of a disadvantage. As he looks at Hop saying, alright, here it goes, jump kick! And that jump kick one-shots him. He says, I thought you were at a disadvantage. He goes, I was. But then I realized that Rookity is part normal. I think. No, he's not. He says, and with one Shadow Punch knocks him out because it's just a pure flying type. As that just annihilates him. Chase! Get back in the room! You cannot just go barking for no reason. Wait, hold on. Chase! Chasey! Do you want to go outside? Come on, buddy. Come here, buddy. Do you want to come up those stairs? Come on, buddy. Come on. I'll hold the stairs. Get up there. I don't wash your stupid. As now he's defeated Hop with 2 Pokemon only, while Hop used all 3. We're posing as he just starts dancing, saying, eat that! So now with that, we get all 3 of them walking through the Galar Mine. They walk through it having a happy time until they bump into Bede, a smug kid with a golden watch. When Christian actually bumps into him, and bumps into him, he says, hey, watch it. I was endorsed by the chairman. You should respect me. Christian says, but we were endorsed by the champion. He goes, well, the chairman is higher than the champion. He goes, It's a guy who sits on a chair all day, and he basically created Dynamax, so what? So what? He says, don't you dare disrespect the chairman! He says, that's it, I guess we'll have to battle. Christian goes, can't we just fist fight? Go says, that's not a part of this, we can't fist fight, we have to battle. Christian says, fine. As he says, Marshadow! As he throws him out, and he says, I bet you've never seen this before. He goes, what the? That's the mythical Pokemon. Give it now, the chairman must have it. He goes, excuse me, you little spoiled-ass brat. Bro, your watch doesn't even fit. And you expect me to give you my Pokeball? You literally are gonna probably destroy something historical. You are so stupid. Like, get the flip back, boy, before I start clapping you. He says, Marshadow Shadow Punches boy. As he Shadow Punches his Hatterene, and then his Ponyta, and then the rest of his Pokemon he just Shadow Punches. And one-shots because B, the Psychic type person. He says, as he says, Marshadow, Shadow Punch him. As he Shadow Punches him, knocking him out. Knocking Beat out. As they walk past him, he goes, don't disrespect the chairman! As this my guy pulls out a knife, and he's ready to stab him. Christian says, whoa, whoa! As Marshadow jump kicks this dude out into the stratosphere. He says, calm down. Then he looks at the Pokemon and says, they have way more scars than one shot would have done. Then he touches it. Then it starts to whimper. He goes, are you okay? Then he looks and sees knife cuts. He instantly gets pissed. And I mean pissed. And takes that little bean Hatterene saying, you're coming with us. He says, has he done this to any other Pokemon? The Hatterene nods its head, saying no, going like no. He only does it to him. He says, well, you're coming with me. You can be a part of my team, and my friends. But it refuses and hits him in the face. He goes, what? It jumps to Chloe, saying that, being like, it wants to be with Chloe. Christian says, I guess you could be with Chloe. Chloe goes, this thing is so cute. Christian says, it has a gender. And I think it's a girl. As he reads gender, it says, oh, it's a boy. She goes, cool. As now, Chloe has now gotten a Hatterene. Whatever the little one is. Whatever the first evolution is. As now they're heading out. Christian would then they go into some field and find Christian getting hit in the leg with something. He goes, well, I just get hit by. Then he sees an awkward looking Eevee being chased by a Meowth, a Galarian Meowth, and more Eevees. And they look like they're evil. They look like they're trying to hurt the Eevee. As he picks it up saying, what are you guys doing with this Eevee? As Marshadow gives him telepathy, telling him that that they hate the Eevee because it's different. He goes, racist much? Use jump kick and launch them out of here. But then another one walks up, but it's not a different color, it's a normal one. And it rubs against Go's leg. And then he says, ooh, as he picks it up and catches it. Christian also catches his Eevee, and now all three of them have Eevees. Christian says, I love the Pokemon Eevee. Eevee goes, Eevee! That's Go's. Christian goes, mine doesn't look too happy. Are you okay, little guy? As it just starts crying. Breaking down crying. He goes, what's wrong, little Eevee? Then he looks at the scars, and through the telepathy, the Marshadow says that it's been beaten up multiple times. He goes, you've been beaten up multiple times by those Eevees? That's not nice. He says, whatever, I'll take care of you the best. And the Marshadow also says that all the people in Turffield always kicked it around besides the gym leader, but once it saw the gym leader, it was too scared of him. He goes, well, that's cool. Now it's with us. Go says, how is that cool? He goes, no, wrong, fortress of words. I meant, that's really bad. I kind of hope we can help this Eevee. As he catches it and puts it in a Pokeball, but he also puts it on his head as Marshadow walks beside him. As Marshadow's on his shoulder. And since Marshadow's basically weightless, it doesn't really matter. As Christian smiles, saying, "You a good Eevee, and you a good Marshadow." He says, "You are all good Pokemon." But then they meet Hop and Marnie. Hop and Marnie both said that they beat Thing. What's his name? They beat the gym leader. Christian says, "Awesome." He says, "Oh yeah, also Sonia wanted to see you. Wanted to see you three." He goes, "Okay." Christian says, "Let's just go to the Pokemon Center to get some heals." As they get some potions, antidotes, paralyzed heals, burn heals, and all that kind of stuff. They also buy food because they kind of want to have a picnic because it's kind of good. It's a perfect day. As they head to Sonia, placing down all the stuff. As they get onto the top of the hill where the markings are, Christian says, "All these trees are kind of ruining our meal." He says, "Jump kick," as one jump kick blows away all the trees. He goes, "Good job, Marshadow." Sonia says, "You have a Marshadow?" He goes, "Yep, this is my partner from day one." He goes, "It's so adorable." As she goes touch it, but Marshadow appears behind Christian, getting scared. He's like, "Help me, I'm scared. I don't like to touch her." He says, "You three have Eevees?" He says, "But what's with your Eevee, Christian?" He says, "This is the nurse told me that it's a shiny Eevee. And that it's pretty rare. It's a 1 in a million chance to see one." I'm not going by actual realization. But then Leon runs up to them saying, "Hey guys!" Christian says, "Leon, what's up?" He says, "I just forgot something, and I messed it up." Christian says, "What'd you mess up?" He says, "I accidentally signed you guys up instead of the gym challenge to the World Coronation Series." They go, "What?" He says, "Don't worry, the World Coronation Series is the exact same thing as the gym challenge, except there's no gym leaders. You can face trainers all over the world. And then when you reach Master Class, there will be a giant gym. There will be a giant tournament. It's like the Pokemon League." Christian says, "Oh, well, I'm fine with that." He goes, "Really?" Christian says, "That just means we can go to more regions instead of staying in the Galar region. And then we can train for a while in other regions." He says, "Let me explain." He says, "If you win a match, you get points to go up a rank. If you lose points." Christian says, "What if we tie?" He says, "Then you both get points." But that's a certain way. If one of your Pokemon just faints because it hit an object in the battle, if they both faint from not each other's attacks, then you will both lose points. Christian says, "Go, you want to have a World Coronation battle?" He goes, "No, I'm too scared to." "You clapped Hop. I don't even think I couldn't even beat Hop. What do you expect me to do?" Christian goes, "Oh, well, I feel bad for you, bro." Oh yeah. But then let's go to Bede's point of view. Bede walks back saying, in tears, not tears, but like angriness, as he storms into the chairman's office saying, "Mr. Chairman, I failed you." He goes, "What do you mean?" He says, "What do you mean, young Bede?" He says, "Some trainer stole my Hatterene." He goes, "They stole your Hatterene? Now that is unacceptable." He goes, "It is, sir. They stole it for no reason. They just walked up to me and grabbed the Pokeball." He says, "Tell me their names and we will go find them." He goes, "Sir, they're..." As he shows us their gym cards, because they gave him their gym cards. I mean, their league cards. And he goes, "These three, huh?" As then he sees, but he only actually got 2 since Chloe doesn't have a league card. Then he looks saying, this isn't a league card, this is a world coronation card. Looks like Leon forgot to sign them up for the gym challenge and actually signed them up for the world coronation series. Whip! As now, after that, Bede thinks he's gonna ruin those three's lives and go tell their friends what they did. As he asks if they know who Christian and Go are. And they say yes, they're their best friends. And he says, well, those two, and a girl who doesn't know her name is, and Marnie says Chloe, she says, they all stole my Hatterene. Then, one of them beat me up and made their Marshadow, who he was hurting, kick me out of the entire cave. He goes, that's awful. We need to have a talk with them. He says the chairman's also on his way to talk to them. And that's basically it for now, until we get to them. Back to the point of view of our heroes. As now, they're just almost done with their picnic. Then the chairman, an angry chairman, Hop, a fake sad Bee, a not really pissed Ophelia, and a very pissed Marnie storm up, yelling out instantly. When they're about to yell, the chairman says, please, children, let me handle this. The chairman walks up to Christian, saying, young man, did you ever encounter this boy? He says, yes, I did. He says, and what happened there? He says, he kinda just bragged about you, said the chairman was better than the champion. We just got annoyed by it, and then he could just call us weak, and then we just decided to fight it. I was about to punch him in the face, but Go told me that we're not supposed to do fist fighting, we're supposed to be doing, Pokemon battling. So I battled him and one-shotted his entire team. Then, he returned 4 of his Pokemon. 4 of them. Not 5 of them, 4. He left this poor Hatterene just laying there. As when we walked away from him, he pulled a knife on me, so Marshadow jump kicked him out of the entire rock clear thing. And then, we found that besides the one Shadow Punch damage that Marshadow did, there was cuts on him. And we decided that Bede definitely was hurting the thing. And we found out from telepathy that Marshadow was using that this thing, and he wasn't hurting any other Pokemon, it was just his Hatterene. And Chairman looks to him saying, is that true, young Bede? He goes, no, sir, it's not true. These young trainers ran up to me, punched me in the face, grabbed my knife, and stabbed me. Then they stole my Hatterene and left my Pokemon, saying that your other Pokemon are trash. Chairman says, I'm starting to believe them other than you, Bede. There's no way in hell. Christian pulls the knife from Bede's pocket, saying, can someone tell me why there's Hatterene blood on it? Because Hatterene has pink blood, unlike other Pokemon. Hatterene has pink blood. Also, fairy types have pink blood, water types have blue blood, ice types have light blue blood, dark types have black blood, fire types have normal blood, and so do normal types have normal blood. And basically, you get the point. So why would he only do that to Hatterene exactly? Young Bede. He says, so we gave it to Chloe since it didn't really accept me. It accepted Chloe, sadly. She goes, I don't care if it didn't accept you. It liked me better, as Chloe says, as she just puts her arms, as she wraps her arms around her going, He goes, okay then, off track. Hop says, yeah, they wouldn't really ever hurt their Pokemon. They don't hurt Pokemon or people. I mean, Christian can get mad sometimes, but that's when someone really pisses him off. Like, you have had to, like, insult his dead parents or something. Christian just goes sad, saying, and Go says, did you have to bring that up? He goes, sorry. He says, no. He says, so you're definitely lying. He goes, Bede, I have no choice but to escort you from the gym challenge. And Bede gets there earlier from making a frame and the abuse of Pokemon. He says, I'm sorry for Bede's recklessness. I have bought you all three tickets to each region, so you can enjoy there. They all go, thank you, sir. He says, spend your time there well. Your tickets there must be half. Christian smiles, saying, thank you, Mr. Chairman. He says, no problem, children. Just doing my helping. Now, Chairman's a little bit nicer. He's not really that nuts. He's not really nuts, but he is kind of crazy when he gets into his Dark Estate plan. So then Christian says, alright guys, let's head out to the regions. Go says, well, we don't really have to stay. He says, Hop and Marnie say, yeah, we have to get to our gym challenges done. We can't just be staying there by ourselves. Christian says, we'll come back when there's a certain important mystery. BAM! So let's get into this. The first place they go is Kanto. They go straight to Professor Oak to visit him. No, I'm gonna say Ash didn't start his journey yet. He's 1 year younger than them in this timeline. That's why Go went there before. That's why Go went a day before, because that's the older years. As they walk in, and they see a tired kid run past them. Actually, Go's the same age, except they went on their journey a lot earlier. It's just Go's birthday is way before Ash's. And so it's Christian's and Chloe's, they left way before Ash did. In Kanto. Well, actually, I think Ash would be in the Alola region by this time, so we're gonna go say that he's in the Alola region. Alright, so they ask Professor Oak for a Pokemon as they just see a plane coming by. He goes, Professor Oak has a big smile, along with a lady with orangey red hair, and a young lady with orange hair and I think blue eyes, and a boy with his eyes closed all the time, having spiky brown hair. They walk into there saying, hello, Professor Oak. He goes, Go, Christian, and the daughter of Professor, whatever his name is, of the professor. He goes, my name's Chloe, Professor Oak. He goes, Chloe. Misty says, who are these, Professor Oak? He says, these were one of my trainees in the summer camp. Christian, the boy in the middle, Christian actually met the mythical Pokemon Marshadow. And all three of them met Mew. He goes, they met all of them? Christian says, correction, Professor Oak, I own Marshadow. He says, Marshadow! As Marshadow goes, Marshadow. He says, I have Marshadow on my team because he is my best friend. He says, for some reason, Marshadow declined all Pokeballs that came at me to give me a Pokemon. So Marshadow decides to come with me. He says, I'm still trying to find out if I need glasses or not. Brock says, what do you mean? He says, I keep on seeing a spark in front of my eyes. Every, 1 week, I see a spark in front of my eye, as the spark comes right back. He goes, another spark? As another spark comes. As Go says, what could be the cause of that? He says, also, what are y'all doing here? Misty, Brock, and Delia all say that they're waiting for their friend/son. He says, so who's the mom? I'm gonna guess that she, pointing to Delia, is the mom, and you two are his best friends. And they say, yep, I'm Misty and that's Brock. We're the Pewter and Celadon City gym leaders. He goes, pretty cool. He says, so what region are you guys from? Christian says, Kanto. We were just in the Galar region because we thought we were doing the gym challenge. But the champion of that region forgot that he actually gave us the World Coronation Series. So now we're here. We're gonna go catch some Pokemon, get stronger, then we'll head to the Johto region. Get stronger, catch Pokemon, then to the Hoenn, do this, and then we're gonna repeat until we get to Alola. And then when we get back to Galar, we'll be so strong that we're ready to take on the Pokemon League. Then she says, alright guys, come on, Ash is almost here. Christian says, Ash? I'm guessing that's our son. He says, let's go, guys, as they run over. And Ash is finally, as they go to Delia's house, because Delia actually knows, technically, because Delia saw them for one day. She says, wait a minute, I remember you. He goes, wait a minute, are you the person with that Mr. Mime? Are you the lady with the Mr. Mime? He goes, yes, dear, call me Delia. Christian says, wait, y'all know each other? He says, yeah, her Mr. Mime actually saved me from falling off a waterfall when I was trying to get Mew. He goes, not gonna lie, that sounds pretty cool. As when they get into the house, they're just sitting down waiting for Ash. Chloe and all of them decide to help with the cooking, because Ash is gonna want to feed. When Ash arrives home, Christian says, damn, he wearing some drip. Okay, I'm kidding. When Ash walks in, he says, Misty, Brock, Mom. He says, who are these three? He says, this is Go, that's Chloe, and that's Christian. They came to see Professor Oak, and they were actually in the summer camp. Along with you, it's just they were the day before you. Since you forgot. He goes, dang it, we could have met, he says. Christian says, incorrection. Then he takes a good look at Ash, saying, wait a minute. He goes, what's wrong? He says, you're the Kalos finalist. Ash, catch him with that weird Greninja. You're awesome. I've watched all of the battles in the Kalos region. He goes, whoa, he says, thanks? Because, like, I'm going to be the one who actually recognizes Ash to being the Kalos finalist. He says, oh, that was so cool. He says, He says, so what are you guys doing back in Kanto? He says, well, we were in Galar for a journey, but then we almost got framed, but then, like, all our identities were saved and all that crap. Then the chairman of the Galar region bought us tickets to go all 7 regions. He says, did you want to come along? The chairman actually gave us 4 for some reason. He was actually going to give it to me, you, and Beatty. Me, you, and his Beatty kid because he wanted to stall Bond. But since Beatty lied and he was kicked off the gym challenge, we were given his ticket for no reason in case, like, we wanted to bring, like, a family member or a friend. So we decided, I guess you want to come with us, Ash. He goes, yeah, I get to visit all my old regions and my friends. Christian says, you had friends from so many regions? Damn, it must be sad for you to leave them. He goes, it was. Christian says, it must be so sad to leave your friends. I hope I never leave Chloe, and Hop, and Mari. I hope we always stay as friends. He says, alright, well, tomorrow we'll get going. He says, whoa. He says, also, we prepared a feast. He goes, wow. As they all start to eat. And they instantly become friends. Ash says, where did you guys ever meet Professor Oak or my mom? Go says that her Mr. Mime saved him from falling off a waterfall from chasing Mew. He goes, I remember Mew. He says, you've met Mew before? He says, yep, I've actually almost battled, but I also saw it in battle against Mew too. That was so cool. Christian says, you're like a freaking war veteran. He goes, huh? He goes, you've literally been on so many adventures. He says, how many Pokemon Leagues have you challenged? He says, about 7. Christian says, you are 10 and you've challenged 7? He goes, you're insane. He says, looks like me and Gil are gonna have to work our butts off. He says, right? They go, yeah. Christian says, when we get to Galar, you should join the World Coronation Series. He says, actually, Leon always gives us extra farms in case we want to have anybody else to join us. For some reason, we keep on getting all this extra stuff. He says, soon we're going to be called the Extra Kids. Ash says, the what now? He goes, nothing. Tomorrow, look, we'll just stay for a couple of days. We'll probably just go rent in a hotel. So he says, so what region do you want to go to first? Well, Ash says, he says, Christian, Go, and Chloe all say that they want to stay in Kanto for a little bit to train and get some new Pokemon. He said, Ash says, do you mind showing me your Pokemon that you got from Galar? Christian says, none of my Pokemon besides one are from Galar. He says, alright, show up. Christian goes, I just spiked my balloon like Hinata would with a ball. As he says, well, come on out, Marshadow. He says, a mythical Pokemon? That's so cool. He says, Go here's trying to catch Mew. He goes, good luck with that. Christian says, Go says, I can't tell if you're being sarcastic. And after they show him all his Pokemon, he says, you guys are pretty cool. He says, you're really cool, Ash. You are. Then they then they go throughout the Kanto region to catch Pokemon. Christian decides to pick up a Charizard, aka a Charmander. And that's all he wanted to have. He also got all 3, actually. Charmander was a starter from Professor Oak, but he found a Bulbasaur and Squirtle throughout the region, just like Go and Thing did, so now they all have the starters. But Go actually doesn't want those. He wants some from there. They're all gonna have Pokemon from different region. So now Christian has Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise. So now they head on to okay, look, it's been 42 minutes. I'm ending this video.